What's up, Michael Jordan collectors and investors? Card Gems here. I hope you guys are having a great day. So on this show, I cover the 86 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie card, everything from eBay to the major auction houses. So I haven't did one of these shows in a few days, so we have about 5 days of sales that we need to get into. So I got my coffee here and I'm ready to dig into this. So let's start with the Heritage Auctions. So here we have a PSA 10 at Heritage Auctions. It's up to 360,000 with 2 days left. And then you have a PSA 9 at 38,000 a pair, both 38,000. So let's look at this. Let's look at this 10. So already with the buyer's premium, it'll be $432,000. So this is what it looks like. Looks pretty nice. And here's the back. So let's go to Golden Auctions. So here at Golden Auctions, we have a pair for $350,000 each. Here's the first one. That's what that one looks like. And that's what this one looks like. So we also have, well, look at that Kobe Bryant, $240,000 for a chrome refractor. That's pretty nice. It's got some, a little bit of greening, but still. All right, so let's go to cardladder.com. For you guys that don't know what cardladder.com is, it's a very good resource, and you should check it out. I'll leave a link, a special link down in the descriptions down below. It's a special link with my name, and if you click on it, it helps me out. So definitely go check those guys out. And if you want to get a membership with them guys, it's like $15 a month, and you get the entire sales history of all the cards in Card Ladder, which is a tremendous, resource, And if you have cards that you want added to Card Ladder, if you get a membership with them guys, you can request it. Pretty much they have tens of thousands of cards that are like the most important cards right now, and they're adding new cards every day. So definitely go check those guys out. So looking at the PSA 1 here, has a pop of 134. For the last 3 months, it's sold 17 times for 3,300 average, and it last sold for 3,099 on the 12th of March, and the high was 5,125. So let's check eBay and see what we got. So we have one here for 3,900, our best offer. Here's 5,200, our best offer. 5,400, buy it now. 10,000, our best offer. So PSA 2 has a pop of 178. The last 3 months, it sold 16 times for an average of 3,745. And it last sold for 3,800 on the 1st of March. So it's right on that average. So the record high, the spike was 5,307. So if we check eBay, we have one here for 3,500, no bids, 5 days left. Here's 5,100, our best offer. Here's 5,800, our best offer. And you've got plenty more options there for a little bit more. So the PSA 3 has a pop of 344. For the last 3 months, it sold 14 times for an average of 4,815, and it last sold for 3,850 on the 14th of March. And the high spike price of this was 6,250. So if we check eBay, we have one here for 1,175, 18 bids. Here's 4,375, no bids. Here's $4,899, or best offer. And here's another one for about 5,000. Buy it now. And we got plenty more options up here for a little bit higher. So getting on up to the PSA 4, it has a pop of 705. So this sold 28 times in the last 3 months. So that's a good sample size right there. So the average is 5,336. And it last sold for 4,726 on the 13th of March. And the record high was 8,595. So this average is pretty good. So these averages have pretty much came full circle to the current price. And that's with it starting very low, and then the spike, and then it coming down and settling for what it is now. So when you're looking to buy one of these cards of any of these grades, you want to try to find a price that's between this current price and this average price. That's the area right there that you want to try and buy any of these cards. So here's on eBay, we have one for 2,497, 25 bids. Here's 2,550, 18 bids. Here's 3,000, 37 bids. 3,900, 30 bids. This has top 15 eye appeal. Here's basically 5,000 listing price, no bids. Here's 6,199, our best offer. And you got plenty more options up here. So PSA 5 has a pop of 1,044. For the last 3 months, it sold 52 times for an average of 5,788 average. And look what it last sold for, 5,717. So it's right on that average. And it sold on the 13th of March. And then the spike was 8,600. So if we look, so we're going to look for a card about 5,700 here. So here's 3,884, 9 bids. Here's 4,494, 22 bids. Here's 5,700, 0 bids. And here's 6,000, 31 bids. And this has a top 5 eye appeal. So what was that average? The average was 57. So this one right here with the top 5% eye appeal is already above the average. So I guess it's more of a premium card. So here's one for 6,199, our best offer. And then you got plenty more options up here. There's no more auctions that are this high. So PSA 6 has a pop of 1,686. So it sold 52 times in the last 3 months for an average of 7,088. And it last sold for 6,000 on the 14th of March. And the record high was 11,800. So we're looking for a card about 6,500. So we got 5,200 right here, 15 bids. Here's 5,300, 16 bids. Here's 7,000, our best offer. It's a new listing. So here's 7,500 listing price, and there's no bids. And here's some more. All of these up here, you got plenty of options. These are all best offer, buy it nows. So BGS 6 has a pop of 459. This only sold 5 times in the last 3 months for an average of 6,815. And it last sold for 5,900 on the 7th of March. And the record high was 7,700. So we have one on the eBay right now. It's up to 4,800. 36 bids, has 3 days left. So we have the BGS 6.5. It has a pop of 630. So this sold 7 times in the past 3 months for an average of 6,787. And 6,100 is what it last sold for on the 27th of February. And the record high was 8,556. So if we check eBay, we have one here, 4,050, 19 bids. There's 7,000, a new listing or best offer. Here's 8,900, buy it now. And so there's a few more offers here for even higher best offer, buy it nows. So here is a BGS 7, got a pop of 975. So for the past 3 months, it sold 12 times for an average of 7,945. Last sold for 7,100 on the 15th of March, so that just happened. And the record high was 12,700. So we're looking for a card between 79 and 7,100. So we have 4,250, 22 bids. Here's 7,000, no bids. So listing price. Here's 9,250, buy it now. And here's 10,999, our best offer. And then you got plenty more options here. So here's a PSA 7. This has a pop of 3,404. So we're getting up into the big pops here. So this sold 116 times in the last 3 months. So this is a big sample size. So it's average 9,715. And it last sold for almost 8,000, so 7,959 on the 14th of March. And the record's high was 15,900. So you're thinking about 8,000, between 8,000 and 9,700 is going to fluctuate depending on I appeal. So let's look. We have one here for 2,750, 11 bids. Here's 3,050, 34 bids. Here's a new listing, 3,560, 29 bids. Here's 4,850, 28 bids. Here's 5,109 bids, 5,136 bids. 6,700, 110 bids. Here's 7,500, has 1 hour left, 35 bids. So what was that average again? Let's go back. So between 97 and 8. So this still has some room to grow here. So looks like it, it could end. It's probably going to end around 8,000, a little bit more maybe. So here's 8,500 no bids. Here's 8,995 new listing, buy it now. And here's some more options up here. So BGS 7.5 has a pop of 1,463. For the past 3 months, it sold 19 times for an average of 8,423. And it last sold for 8,500 on the 11th of March. So right on that average. So 8,500 is what you're looking for. And then 1,300 is the spike. So here's 5,100, 7 bids. And here's 10,999, our best offer. Here's 11,800, our best offer. So all of these are just best offers buy it nows. So that's basically what we got here. So looking at the PSA 8, has a pop of 7,765. So this has the highest pop. Sold 185 times in the last 3 months for an average of 15,042. Last sold for 12,072, and that was on the 14th of March. So still kind of trending down. The record high was 26,100. So we're looking for a card between about 12,700 and 15,000. So 5,800, 27 bids. 6,050 is a new listing, 33 bids. Here we got 6,230, 47 bids. Another new listing. Here's 8,500, 14 bids. 9,000, 13 bids. 9,600. Here's 10,000. Here's 10,100. Here's 10,200. 10,300. Another 10,300. These all have a lot of bids on them. 10,500, 28 bids. 12,000, 30 bids. Here's 12,600, 29 bids. 4 days left. 13,500, buy it now. Here's 13,600, or best offer. There's 15,900, so it's jumped. So all of these are going to be higher than that. These are all best offer buy it nows. 17K and up here. So BGS 8 has a pop of 2,059. Sold 46 times in the last 3 months for an average of 10,800. And it lasts over 9,250 on the 8th of March. So you're looking for something around this price, around 10,000, about 9,500 here. So the record high was 17,800. So 9,500 we're looking for. So here's 6,833 bids, 7,324, 26 bids, and here's 9,999, or it's a new listing, so it's a little bit above the average. So there's no bids on this. Here's another one, same price, no bids. Here's 12,500, our best offer, and it just gets a little bit higher from here. So there's plenty of options there. So SGC 8, this has a pop between 300 and 400. So it sold 10 times in the last 3 months for average of 11,800, and it last sold for 11,000 on the 12th of March. So right on that average. So that's probably what you're going to be looking for, 11,000. And the spike was 19,000 on that card. So checking eBay for 11,000 we're looking for. So we got one here for 16,999, our best offer. So these are all going to be best offer buy it now. Here's 17, here's 25,000 buy it now, and here's 24,000, our best offer. So no auctions. So the 8.5 has a pop between 300 and 400 as well. It sold 9 times in the last 3 months for 14,620. And the average price is 15,000, so it's about at that average. So 15,000 be a good price. And that was on the 15th of March, so that just happened. And the record high was 20,100. So we have none on eBay right now. So we'll go straight to the BGS 8.5, has a pop of 2,556. There's been 54 sales in the last 3 months, so a good sample size. It averaged 13,026. It lasts over 12,600, and that was on the 13th of March. So that's what you're looking for, a card about 13,000. The record high was 23,100. So here's one for 5,827, 31 bids. Here's 7,100. Here's 8,300, 10,300, 41 bids. Here's 16,500 or best offer. So, and we said that average is what? 13,000. So here we don't have any more live auctions. We just have best offer buy now. It looks like there's a lot in a $16,000 to $17,000 range there. So PSA 8.5 has a pop of 391. So this has 17 sales in the last 3 months, averaging 25,031. Last sold for 18,200 on the 15th of March, so that just happened. And the record high is 43,400 on the spike. So looking for about a $20,000 card. So here's 14,099, 28 bids, 3 days left. Here's 40,000, buy it now. And then we got some crazy prices here. So SGC 9, this has a pop of around 216. So this has 7 sales in the last 3 months. So it averaged $32,000. It last sold for $35,000 on the 1st of March. So about at the average. So 32 to 35,000. And the record high was 57,600. So we got one here that's 18,450, 32 bids. And here's 35,995. So buy it now. So this is a little bit above that average. Because what was the average? So, well, it last sold for 35,000. So, this is about right at the top of the market. Here's 47,500, our best offer, and then you got some more here. So we got a PSA 9 has a pop of 2,771. So this sold 62 times in the last 3 months for an average of 52,066. So at the time that this was spiking, this card was kind of a monster, but it's now, the last sold for 43,055 on the 14th of March. So it's just been slowly declining a little bit. I thought this card would level off, but I guess it hasn't quite reached that point yet. So the record high was 89,000 on this card. So let's see what we got. So we have one here for 20,100 bids. There's 20,500, 39 bids. This has top 30 eye appeal. So here's 26,999, our best offer. And this is actually an 8.5. So the guy says it should easily be a 9, but it's in a new holder, so I doubt that. But here's a PSA 9, 28,100, 40 bids. Here's a PSA 9 for 30,000, 62 bids. Here's 30,100, 109 bids. These all have like 3 days left on them. Here's 35,000, 30 bids. This says top 30 eye appeal. Here's 35,101, 60 bids. Here's 42,999, or best offer. So you might be able to get a deal right here. And here's 48,500, or best offer. And we got a few more options up here. There's no more live auctions. These are all best offer buy it nows. There's a lot in the 50 range. All the way up, here's 55,000, our best offer. So A lot of options there. So here's a BGS9 with a pop of 1,649. I gotta love that coffee. So 42 times in the last 3 months, and it averaged 32,000, and it last sold for 20,000. So big drop off right there, right here on the 15th of March. Wow, a couple of sales right there for 20,000, and then 25,000 on the 10th. And we had this monster sell right here on the 5th of March, 55,000. Oh man. So the record high was 56,000. So let's see what we got. You know, it goes off them subs. You know, if that 20,000 was probably like the minimum subs. So let's see what we got on eBay. So here's 15,029 bids. Here's 16,116 bids. Here's 16,885 one bid. So here's 20,019 bids. This has 3 days left, so it's already up to that last sell. There's 20,132 bids. There's 23,302 bids. So this is above that last sell. So those last couple of sells, I guess, you know, it was just, maybe those had just really bad subs on them. Because here's one for, so here's 35,132 bids. So here's 36,000 our best offer. There's another one similar best offer, and just plenty of best offer buy it nows. Here's in the 40s. So a lot of options here. So here's a SGC 9.5. So these have a very low pop, around like 25. This only sold 6 times in the last 3 months, averaging 68,000, and it last sold for 55,000. So quite a drop off there from this $125,000 spike. I almost feel bad for the guy that bought this here. He's probably a little stressed out right now. They bought this on the 31st of January because it sold for 81, then it sold for 79, and then it sold for 55. So man. So we have none on eBay. So we'll just go straight to the BGS 9.5. Has a pop of 526. So this sold 14 times in the last 3 months, averaging 87,000. It last sold for 82,000. That was a low end that had 1.9 sub. The record high was 162,000, which was obviously a high end. It was a quad 9.5 and above that, and it had 110 sub on it. So all of these ones here were low ends. All of these ones. And it sold for 82. So let's see what we got on eBay. So we have one here, 99,000. Buy it now. This has a 9 on the surface, a low end. Here's another low end. It's 120,000 or best offer. So here's this one has a 9 on the corners. So 140,000 or best offer. This has a 9 center. 149,000 or best offer. This has a 9 center. 169,000 or best offer. Here we have a 9 on the surface. 175,000 or best offer. So here's a quad 9.5. 200,000. Buy it now. Not taking offers. Here's a 9 surface. 250,000 or best offer. This one has a 9 on the corners, 260,000 or best offer. Here we got this has a 10 surface, so quad 9.5s and a 10 surface. So that's a high end, 339,000 or best offer. This one has a 9 on the surface, comes with the sticker. So the last time this sticker sold, it was 69,000. So you get both of these guys for 399,000 or best offer. So here's a pair. This is a 9 on the edges, a 9 on the corners, 541,000 or best offer on that. So looking at the PSA 10, has a pop of 315. For the last 3 months, it's sold 10 times for an average of 4,904,000. So It last sold for $607,000. That was a pair that sold on the 5th of March. And the record high was $720,000, which was a pair that sold for that sold on the 30th of January. So then you had a $645,000 sell, a $612,000 sell, and then it dipped a little, $588, and now it's back up to that, $607,000. So if we look on eBay, we have one here, PWCC auctions, and it has 3 days left in 2 hours, and it's up to $433,800, 233 bids. So this will be very interesting to see how this one does. Here you got a pair for $1 million, our best offer. This comes with the sticker. This sticker sells consistently above 200,000. So here's another one for $1 million, our best offer. All right, so let's check out the recently ended. So I know this is everyone's favorite part. So we have a lot to go through here. We got about 5 days worth. So let's start with this BGS 7.5. It's listed for $10,995, and it's sold for $8,500. Hopefully you can see this right here. So look for my mouse hidden in all of this code here. I know it's ugly, but it's the only way we can get these prices. So here's a PSA 4 sold for $5,400 to buy it now. Here's a PSA 7 sold for $9,995. Buy it now. Here's a SGC 4, $7,499. So here's a PSA 6 sold for $6,909. 8 bids. Here is a PSA 7 that sold for $8,900. 8 bids. Here is a PSA 5 sold for $6,660. 41 bids. So here is a BGS 1.5. You don't see this one very often. 3,836 on that, 61 bids. Here's a PSA 9. Someone pulled the trigger, 49,999. Here's another PSA 9, sold for 49,645, 129 bids. So this auction right there probably triggered this sale, if I had to guess. So here's a BGS 8.5 listed for $15,450. Let's see what it sold for. Right here, $13,750 for that. So that's how much this 8.5 sold for. So here's a BGS 8 sold for $10,499. Buy it now. Here's a PSA 7 sold for $10,500. Buy it now. Here's another PSA 7 sold for $9,250. Buy it now. Here's a PSA 8 sold for $12,805. 54 bids. Here's another PSA 8, $12,000. 1 bid. Here's a PSA 2. It's listed for $4,395. So it sold for $3,800. So $3,800 on that PSA 2. So SGC 8 listed for $14,900 or best offer. So SGC 8 sold for $11,000. $11,000. So BGS 8 sold for $11,248 bids. PSA 8 sold for $17,156 bids. So it's all about that eye appeal. So here's a PSA 8. It's listed for $15,998, our best offer. Let's see what the PSA 8 sold for. $15,699. So the guy saved like $300 on that card. So here's the BGS 9.5. This is the new confirmed sell right here. 82,170 bids for this BGS low end here with the 9 center. So yeah, this is kind of came down a little bit. So, I also own a BGS 9.5 low end, so this does kind of sting for me as well. So, but like a lot of us, we're holding on to these cards for for the long run. So I mean, in the long run, we have really nothing to worry about. But you're gonna see these ups and downs. You know, it's just part of the game. You know, it stings a little bit, but you know, it'll always get back up there. So here's a SGC Authentic, sold for 3,450, 66 bits. So here's a PSA 1 that sold for 3,099, 2 bits. Here's a BGS Authentic Altered, listed for 4,250. And it sold for 3,333. So we got, what we got? PSA 8, 13,757 bids. Here's a BGS 7 listed for 8,699, our best offer. So let's see what it sold for. $8,001. So not sure what the $1 is about, but that's what it was. So you got to get every buck, got to get every cent in there. So here's a PSA 7.5 listed for 15,023. So is there going to be an extra dollar on this one? So nope, 11,000, big even number right there. 11,000 for this 7.5. There's a PSA 4 sold for 4,726. Here's a PSA 7 sold for 8,471 bids. So here's a PSA 7 listed for 10,000, or best offer. So this one went for 9,000, another even number. So here is a PSA 3.5 listed for 5,199. So for 4,400. So here's a BGS 8.5, 12,599, 2 bits. Here's a BGS 9, 29,150, 96 bids. So here's another a recent 9 here that, you know, is selling above the 20,000. You know, we can't confirm all of them, or maybe it's still going through the process of being confirmed on Card Ladder, but, you know, so, I mean, the market is not as daunting as we think. There's ups and downs. Based on the subs, too, and the eye appeal, that has a lot to do with these cards. So here's a PSA, what is this? PSA 5 for 5,701, 34 bids. Here's a PSA 9 listed for 52,500, or best offer. So let's see what the PSA 9 got. 45,000 on that one. So not bad for that buyer. Not bad at all. So here's a PSA 6 for 6,999. Buy it now. Here's another Authentic Altered BGS 3,500. So here's a BGS 8 for 8,000, 1 bid. So here's an entire raw set with the Michael Jordan, 10,728 bids. You know, I looked at the Michael Jordan too, and I believe that it's authentic. So someone got an incredible deal right here. I mean, but you know, it's good to be cautious. So I think a lot of people were cautious on this, but you know, sometimes you get lucky. I mean, every once in a while you find that diamond in the rough. So here's a PSA 8, 12,800, 38 bids. Here's a PSA 7, 8,100, 26 bids. There's a PSA 9, 41,800, 20 bids. Here's a PSA 7, 8,250, 65 bids. Here's a BGS 9, 20,257, 71 bids. So this was one of those low sales that got confirmed. So let's look at the subs on this, because I'm kind of curious. About this card here. Why did you sell so low? An 8.5 surface, so a 9.5 and an 8.5 surface, 9 and a 9. Let's see if there's anything that looks bad about it. I don't see anything on the front. Yeah, I don't know. I think someone got a really good deal right there. 20,000. So a lot of you Michael Jordan collectors out there were so worried, you know, when these things really spiked up, you thought you wouldn't be able to get a nice Michael Jordan card. But now look at these BGS 9s, you know, BGS 9 is a beautiful card, and now you can get them for $20,000. So that's good news for the collectors. And then you can just put that card away and just wait for it to climb over time. So here's an authentic SGC 3150, 23 bids. There's a BGS 8850, 45 bids. There's a PSA 9, 42,599, 96 bids. Here's a PSA 3, 3,850. Here's a PSA 8, 14,000, 47 bids. Here's another one, 12,100, 23 bids. Here's a BGS 4, 3,300, 18 bids. This is a really good deal right here for a 4. You know, the 4s in a PSA are like way, you know, much higher than that, like 5,000. So here's a SGC 8.5 listed for 25,999. So let's see what this went for. $15,000 for this 8.5. So here's a PSA 8 for 11,900. Wow, that is an incredible deal right there. 14 bids. So here's a PSA 5, 4,950, 38 bids. So here's a PSA 9 with the off-center qualifier, 10,279, 22 bids. Here's a PSA 5, 6,200 that's listed for. And it went for $5,800 on that card. Don't you just love all this code? It's so amazing. So PSA 9 sold for 43,612 bids. Here's another PSA 9 sold for 43,500. I buy it now. Here's a PSA 8 sold for 13,999. Buy it now. So here's a SGC 3.5 sold for 3,650. 43 bids. Here's a SGC 9.5 sold for 55,175 bids. So this is the lowest one that had sold since the 125,000. So let's look at it. Let's check the surface out. So let's look at the front. So yeah, it's just a hair off center. I don't see any print defects on the front. Let's look at the back. So here's the problem. This is why this sold for 55,000. Look at the top of the red here. See the bleeding? See how it bleeds? So that's what killed the price of that card. So if you guys are wondering, you SGC 9.5 owners, not to worry too much because this one had some eye appeal issues on it. So maybe it is closer to that sell prior to that one, in the 70s. So well, here's a BGS 9, another one that sold for 20,348 bids. So here's a PSA 8, sold for 12,250, 103 bids. Here's a scam, PSA 9, 8,000. That is a scam, guys. So here's a BGS 7, sold for 7,100, 36 bids. Here's a PSA 8.5. sold for 18,200, 74 bids. Here's a PSA 5, sold for $6,401, 30 bids. Here's a BGS 9, another scam, guys, 8,500. Buy it now. Anytime you see a 9 that's selling around this price, it's a scam. So don't fall for that. So BGS 5.5. sold for 4,244 bids. Here's a PSA 7 listed for 9,999, and it went for $9,000. So he saved himself about $1,000 on that. Here's a PSA 9 with the off-center qualifier, $8,000. Buy it now. So here's a PSA 7 sold for 10,100, 12 bids. Here's a PSA 7 with the off-center qualifier, 8,100 listed for. And it sold for 6,900. So that is my update for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you did, please give it a like. And make sure you guys check out cardladder.com. Click that link below. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next Michael Jordan Market Report.